K-dramas are so popular in India. Have you ever had an opportunity to watch any of the Indian content or Indian movies?
I'm just willing, ready, and open-minded and hearted to take on a new character or a story or a challenge, and that, no egos involved. It's like if somebody gives me a great story and a great vision, I'm all in to be a part of. And in terms of in Indian content, I haven't. I'd love a few recommendations from you.
Hello.
Hello. Hi.
Hi, namaste, Anaso.
Namaste. Hello. Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much. My name is Monica. I'm from India, and so lovely to meet you, Tiffany. It's a delight.
Thank you
Uh,
for having me, Monica.
my first question is we are heading towards the finale of Uncle Shamshek, and it's been kind of quite a journey in terms of like characters. There's been so much going on. It's very difficult to, if you're not keeping up with certain characters, you just miss out on a lot of nuances. You tell me what has been Rachel's journey throughout this entire season, and how did you understand the complexities of her?
It is quite the complex script, but I do love a complex script in a world, and I do love a challenge, which is exactly why I wanted to be a part of this huge ensemble cast. Rachel dives in Act Two. She really comes into play at the middle of this whole series. So how I kept up was I made sure I knew what was going on before she stepped into this whole situation, and that helped me understand why she was creating these strategies, or she was, chasing after a certain person or moment. And for people confused and trying to keep up, oh, it is quite the roller coaster. But I think it's important to really cling on to the character you adore most, because that character will be your vehicle through this world. And I think everybody clings on or connects to a different character. Like, you can connect to Rachel, but if not, choose your fighter and really dive into that world and navigate. And I hope you're also thinking about, what would I do in that? What would I actually do that? Or what would you do in order to feed your hunger or chase after your dreams? So I think that's a pretty clear way to follow that journey full of different characters.
Right. How would you describe Rachel's journey throughout the season in terms of what do you think some of the key moments were that defined her?
Rachel's key moments, I think every time she comes onto screen, there is a light bulb like key moment where she's constantly bringing out a new idea or a new blueprint to Kim San, and progressing his ideas forward. Um, Rachel, Rachel. Rachel has a calmness and this inner peace in her, and this inner abundance in her. It might be the Albright background, but she is confident in her plan that it will happen. So there's actually, Rachel is probably the most calming character to follow.
Right. You do work with like the Song Kang-ho and with Johan, and I feel like they're such established actors in terms of how they portray characters. So what has been like on set with them, and what has been like? Has there been a moment where you felt like, oh my God, this I'm taking a lot in, and this is like a
Mhm.
learning curve for me.
Absolutely, it was overwhelming. It still is. I still feel like this is a dream, and I don't want to be waking up. It was so nice to be with these actors that I'm actually a huge fan of, and that what was nice, my partner John, what was really great from the start is that he had a respect towards my work and my work ethic. So we met in this really cool, respectable space of like, let's get to work, and that really came to life in our scenes. And I was just really grateful to be amongst legends, and be able to take in the way they create a character and take on a series. And I really admire their energy on set.
Right. So this is set in a very different period altogether. The visuals are so delectable. It's kind of nice to like get into it. So has there been a moment or something like that? Can you share any insights into the Rachel's backstory that probably weren't explicitly told in the series yet? Maybe we'll get to know next week in the finale week. But that probably helped you understand the character better.
Absolutely. Rachel Jung's backstory is her and her brother Michael Jung is adopted from Korea to the Albright family in the US. And, that's luck, that's privilege, the opportunity and the education they had. She wants to bring that back to her roots and provide for the kids that might not have the same opportunities. So there is a very feminine, motherly, drive and passion and dream inside of her. And being a woman in the 1960s, having an older brother, that makes her want to prove herself even more while still wanting to chase after her dreams and having you know, being a woman in the 1960s, her ultimate goal, I was like, maybe it's probably having a family and being a partner of a person who is that much more influential because as a woman, you're going to need a partner to be that much more influential during those times. And that's something that that was very helpful when I was talking to the director, that it's not just about her wanting to, bring the Korean American Economic Agreement together or the National Reconstruction Plan together. It actually is sharing the same dream with the significant other, which is Kim San, played by John. And I think that really helped us connect and bring those other scenes forward.
I have a two-part question before I do wrap up. I do want to understand, like you've been in the industry for as long as I remember. So this has been one of those meteor roles that probably get you going in terms of like how now maybe in future producers and directors would perceive you. They'll give you more meteor roles in terms of how you can do more diverse characters. And my second part is because K dramas are so popular in India, have you ever had an opportunity to watch any of the Indian content or Indian movies?
I am excited for anybody watching me for the first time. I mean, I'm watching myself for the first time on screen, and this is a new chapter in my career. And I do believe that all the work that I've done along the way is really, really contributing into this new chapter of my career. And I think most importantly is that, as an actor, I'm just willing, ready, and open minded and hearted to take on a new character or a story or a challenge, and that no ego is involved. It's like if somebody gives me a great story and a great vision, I'm all in to be a part of. And in terms of Indian content, I haven't. I'd love a few recommendations from you.
Oh, you can start with probably something that is already on Netflix. That's Gangubai Kathiawadi. It's a
Anything
nice.
on Disney Plus? Girl, I got you. Recommend me on Disney Plus.
Okay. I'll probably write it and give it to you.
You can send it to me after with my Disney Plus team.
I am so sorry. This got
You're
really
fine.
funny. Okay. Thank you so much. Lovely talking to you, Tiffany.
Thank
It's
you,
such a
Monica.
delight. I'm such a big fan. So thank you so much.
Thank you.